welcome to the Sword of Ben and Ben, or rather the Sword of Ben this week. Unfortunately, I couldn't get Ben over to do any sort of video. We didn't really have anything planned, unfortunately. The Quizcast, while we do now have 3 of them lined up, we just weren't able to get one of them done for this week to basically get out to you guys. So I thought, since I don't want to have a week where we don't have something come out again, because we've had a few that have gone that route, I thought maybe it'd be a good idea just to, I don't know, rant for 10-15 minutes in front of a camera and see if I can elicit a response from any of you that care enough. As always, and I'll put somewhere around here, somewhere in this general area, I'll put Rivertown Games. That's our sponsor. Those guys are a huge help. They help us with sourcing out some of the prizes that we give out, like the skull dice that we gave out last week, or the sleeves that we gave out for the Quizcast along with the Commander's Pack. They're a huge help to us. I'll put our website right here. You'll see it come up. Go check it out. Honestly, they've got some cool things. They got the norms. You can go buy magic cards from them. You can buy, your fat packs or your pre-release packs. But what sets them apart is some of the cool mats they have. As you can see, they've got an angel one that was created by an actual magic artist. They've got a graveyard one made by another cool artist. I think it's a different artist though. You've got the plain Rivertown Games one, along with a myriad of other ones that you'll find other places online, but those 3 are exclusive to them. You won't find them anywhere else, and they are absolutely beautiful. The graveyard one's my personal favorite, but I do know the owner of Rivertown's, that guy loves the angel one. So yeah, go check them out. Otherwise too, if you want to bug them, I'll put a picture of my playmat. I have a personal playmat that I use. If you're a Minnesota fan, they look awesome. If you're not a Minnesota fan, let me know. I'll make you one. You just got to pay me to get it shipped. So, yeah. But otherwise, that's all good there. What I want to talk about today was, I guess, just a few things, little tidbits here and there. Nothing crazy. Kaldheim, that's officially pre-released. So we've actually seen physical cards get out into the open. Unfortunately, I have not gotten my physical cards yet. I haven't had a chance to get down to my local game store and buy them. I'm adamant, I do not buy packs. I don't buy them online from the large people. If I do buy them online, I try to find an LGS that's small and has them to cut out the middleman of just, some larger company taking all the profits. But for this case, it is my LGS. I just haven't gone down there, haven't picked anything up yet, but I do plan on doing it this week. My way of making sure that I at least got to play with them, and unfortunately it's not EDH, is to go on Arena, which is the other half of the big news. Arena Mobile is now out. We have Magic the Gathering, a fully fledged, true to form Magic the Gathering on mobile devices. It is absolutely amazing. I have been playing it basically nonstop. I've been working all weekend, and on every break I'll sneak a game in. I'll sneak a few in on my lunch. I won't even eat anymore. I'm withering away at this point because of Magic the Gathering, Arena, mobile, whatever you want to call it. It is early access. It's for Android only. I haven't seen anything for iOS yet. I imagine since Apple just announced that they've crossed 1 billion active, or 1 billion phones sold or something, I imagine iOS isn't going to be too far behind on this one. But as for right now, Android gets the exclusive rights to this, while I imagine they start to hammer out some of the issues. And that makes sense. iOS is pretty easy for developers to go with. Everything is clean cut. But if you want a fully fledged app, an app that really spans across all devices, Android's going to be the one where you got to make sure to develop multiple format aspect ratios. You gotta factor in different processors, just different specs for the phone in general. So if they can make sure it works on there, then they've got the gamut of Android devices, and then Apple's pretty easy just to slap on exactly what they need to do. But that's just me. I don't know what their idea is with it. I imagine that's probably something similar, though. But yeah, I've had a chance to play some Kaldheim on there. I can say that Burgi, she is the mono red god who has the horn that discard exile too. Absolute favorite card. I am in love with this card. I honestly, when I went in there to build a standard deck, I fully expected I was never going to really cast her. I thought, while her ability was cool to get an extra red mana after every spell, it just, I don't know. It didn't have the oomph to me, and I really wanted to make like a red deck wins type deck. Something that just quick to the punch, hit them hard, get the hell out of the game. But I have learned that you pair her with the right cards, and her ability to just sustain the draw is absolutely out of this world. You get your throw of possibilities in there. Right now I'm using Tormenting Voices, although I'm going to probably get that one out of there. But then you've got, there's a Spoil of Riches, I think. I can't remember exactly. It works the same as Throw of Possibilities, but it gets you a treasure token. The cool thing, you pair those with Burgi, and you essentially make them all a 1 cost to draw 2 at the cost of discarding 1. But if you're playing standard, you usually have such a linear path, or you have such an idea on what you want, that it's not too hard to pick the card in your hand that you're going to chuck out to get 2 more. And with her, you're just keeping that train going. Now, if you want to use the other side, it works just as I expected too. I mean, being able to discard a card, exile 2 cards is fantastic. And the cool thing is you can discard a card, exile 2 cards, do your Thrill Possibilities off the exile card to get 2 more cards in your hand, as long as you've got that sack one. Exile or discard a card to exile 2 cards. You can just keep it going until you've essentially gotten the cards that you need at that time. And then I pair her with like Leyline Tyrant so that I can keep the mana, since you almost always have some mana left over with her. At least if you're playing her properly, you'll usually have 1 or 2 mana left over from her, since she doesn't let you empty your mana pool as phases end. You'll just empty it at end step. But yeah, so you get Leyline Tyrant out. He holds onto your mana, and then you can effectively just keep bolstering your mana up. Just keep saving it, piling it up. And then the rest of the deck is pretty standard. You've got your, Robber in there. You've got your, I can't remember the guy's name, Thorbron. You've got him in there. I did sneak a couple of those 3 times enchantments for 3 times the damage in red. Those ones are kind of iffy. It's a little hard to get up to that 6 and really make it feel like you're paying it off. But, yeah, we'll see. The big thing is, as far as standard goes, Kaldheim seems like a lot of fun. I've seen a little bit of a shake-up on Arena, and as with anything, you drop 100 plus cards that are all brand new into any format. You're going to see some changes. You're going to see some really hot brews coming out of EDH for this one. You're going to see, like we talked about last week, your Tybalt decks. You're going to see your 5-color God decks. You're going to probably see a Burgi deck somewhere. She's kind of a fun one. Honestly, I think she'd be kind of cool if you could figure out the payoff. She'd be kind of neat to do like some sort of 1 cost turn to Cheerios deck. Just keep casting things to basically get her out, or get something out for an obscene amount of mana just off of playing a bunch of 1 and 0 cost cards. But yeah. So that's kind of my take on that. But yeah, I don't know what more to say about that. I really hope I can play some Kaldheim here soon for EDH. I got to play 1 game, which I will link this below for Lotus Bloom Gaming. I got to play 1 game over the weekend. Unfortunately, there was no Kaldheim in the game, with the exception of somebody proxying one in. But I don't even believe we saw that card come up in the game. So I will link her below so you can go check her out. She's got some really fun games going on over on her Twitch channel. She's got a Twitter just like us, just like 1 fucking billion people in this world, I guess. Go check her out. And yeah, I guess the main part of this, now we got the 2 bits of news out of the way. The big thing here that I want to talk about, and this is serious, guys. So I want you to focus in, really stare into my eyes here. I want to talk about proxies. Now, it seems like there's 2 camps in the proxies. There's those who appreciate a proxy, especially a well-made proxy, like one that you'd see SwordB&B make, or one that you'd see. There's a gentleman that makes like vaporwave ones. They're just awesome looking, and I'll try to link both of them below. I'll link SwordB&B for sure, and I think the other one might be Bento, but again, not 100% on that. Either way, though, there's people that appreciate the proxies for what they are. A fun way of getting a hold of cards that you can't necessarily get a hold of, or you just want to play test. If you just want to be able to test one card out but not drop $50 on it. You know, maybe you got a combo that you think might work. But you have that group. And then you've got the group that hates proxies. The group that seems to think proxies are the worst thing that has ever happened to the game of Magic. In fact, going as far as saying that Magic in itself would be dismantled by the widespread use of proxies. Like, if more people used 1 or 2 proxies in a deck, Magic the Gathering as a whole, Wizards as a company, Hasbro as a corporation, would somehow crumble to dust because there was people taking pieces of paper just like this and scribbling the name of the card they want to play and sticking it in a sleeve with a card behind it. I think you can tell based on how I'm talking what camp I'm in here. And I would like to just say my case to those that want to hear. If you don't want to hear, or you don't care about proxies, don't watch the video. It's not for you anyways. But if you do, if you're on the fence about it, maybe you have, maybe you've got a different opinion. Maybe for you, it's gray. It's not black and white. It's not a yes or no. It's a maybe. This is my thought to you. We have seen a game that has been running for what, 25, 26 years now. Maybe 27. I don't know where the cutoff is here. 27 years. And many of those cards that come from the early, the origin stage of this game have been locked off. Many of you have heard the reserve list. Basically, Wizards' way of saying we will never print these cards again. The cards that are out there are the cards that are there, much like oil or a precious metal. What is out there is all that will ever be. And these are the cards that usually, not always, but usually are the ones that are the most sought after. And, you know, by that fact, the ones that are proxied a lot. They're proxied just to test out an EDH deck. They're proxied to play test. Maybe you're getting ready for, I don't know, a tournament or something. And you just need to test out a couple cards, see if they're worth it for the tournament. But in any instance, you've taken something that essentially, it's our own imagination that gives them value. At the end of the day, the cardboard with a Black Lotus printed on it is worth no more than the cardboard of this blim comedic genius. It's worth no more. They're the same thing. It's pointless to sit here and think that you have gold in your hand when all you have is cardboard. All you have is pressed paper with a shiny picture on it. Or, I mean, I guess a matte picture. Whatever. But the people who are in this camp of The proxies are terrible. Proxies dismantle the integrity of the game. People who have said that they have viewed people who've played proxies as people they would never play or trade with. Basically creating a barrier of exclusivity around themselves, saying that that person is no longer in my group as far as Magic's concerned. And that is fucking mind-blowing to me. Fucking crazy that anyone would seem to think that that it matters that much. It's fucking insane. I mean, there's people, they're diehard about it. There's people that, you know, to them it's, I don't know, it's like fucking killing their dog or something. Like they're legitimately upset when they see them. They're legitimately upset at communities of people who look at them. I mean, you go on, you know, Twitter, you go on Reddit, you go on Instagram, any one of those, and you can see plenty of people making proxies, making really, really cool proxies, just for the sake of saying that they took something they loved and added their own flavor to it. And there's people that shit on them for it. I mean, granted, this is a small number of people. We're not saying that, you know, a large number is sitting there telling them to stop fucking making proxies of cards. But even one's almost too many. And that it's just mind-boggling. You know, we have a rule 0 for a reason. We've got the social contract for a reason. If you don't want to play, fine. But if your playgroup does, I'm fucking sorry, man. Your playgroup wants to play with them. They're fucking playing with them. Go find a different playgroup if you honestly care that much. But this isn't a one person says it doesn't work and that's what you go with. It's, you know, it's basically they're going to play, and if the majority of people are okay with it, then the majority of people are okay with it. You know, you've gotten overruled, or, you know, any number of things. But to just create a barrier on it, and I don't want to generalize here. I'm going to try not to generalize. But I saw a lot of people who have substantial collections, or at least claim to have substantial collections of cards, are the ones that are most upset, which circles me back around to the first part of my statement, where some people think that this, I mean, the very idea of it could, I don't know, dismantle Magic. I mean, to think that they were taking money away from it, as if they invested into something, as if, you know, the reason they hold those cards is for the monetary value only, and that every proxy made, every time a card is recreated in the imagination of someone else, or to play test, or to just test out in general, that the value of their cards somehow drops. And to that I'd say, are you fucking insane? Go look at the value of cards over time. They have never, I mean, realistically, they've never been higher. I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, but did not a Black Lotus just sell for $500,000 fucking dollars? 500 grand for something that, let's be fucking fair here, is essentially identical to this in every aspect except for the color that the light reflects off of it. That is fucking it. It's cardboard with, do they have blue liners in them? Let's find out. I can't remember if, I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to do that one. But yeah. A blue liner. A blue liner inside. But, yeah. $500,000. Card that gets proxied all the fucking time. Gets proxied to death just so people can say that, hey, I got a proxy of it. I made a proxy of it. In fact, we've got a right here. If I can get a hold of it. Proxy a coat of arms. A cool card. An awesome card, actually. It'll get used. But to me, this is almost more valuable than the coat of arms that you see anyone else use. Strictly for the fact that this coat of arms is It's something special. Somebody who loved this game made this. Somebody who loved this game took the time for no reason other than the fact that they had a passion to create something as just wholly cool as that. And there's people that shit on them for that. But to all those people that, whether you're on the fence, whether you think this is a gray area, whether you think that, you know, they shouldn't have proxies. Proxies should, I don't know, have a stigma around them that people should hate. Man, fuck. Go talk to your play group. If they tell you proxies are cool, suck it the fuck up. Your cards will be fine. Your little vault of money that's worth, I don't know, however much you want to think it's worth is still going to be there. It's still going to be just as valuable. And honestly, as time goes on, it'll be more valuable no matter what. The only thing that'll destroy the value of it is the popularity of the game. And honestly, if people are making proxies by the thousands, if they're making proxies by the tens of thousands, it tells me it's a pretty popular game. We all know that. We all know the millions of people that play around the world in this game and the millions of people who can't afford or don't have accessibility to some of those cool cards. So if they get a chance just to sit down in a play group at an LGS or sit at their buddy's house and test out their, I don't know, Scape Shift deck or whatever they call it, Flash Hulk, any of those, or they want to try out a Brea deck that's optimized, let them do it. Let them test it out. Let them play it. Now, you know, if it's a tournament, that's a different deal. I'm not going to talk about tournaments. Money's on the line at that point. You know, you've got shit to gain and shit to lose. But yeah, casually speaking, let people play. Have fun with the game, guys. Don't care about proxies. And for anyone who shits on those that do, wholeheartedly go fuck yourselves. Because you guys are part of the reason that people view Magic players somewhat as kind of exclusive assholes who maybe are antisocial, maybe come up with stupid rules that make other people feel like they don't deserve to play this game or they shouldn't play the game. When really, everyone should be. And the fact that Magic the Gathering Arena is now an Android shows us that now there's about a couple 100 million people that can get into this game. So, yeah. No, that's my thing. Not a crazy long one. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get emotional about this. But yeah, it's just something that was on my mind. Kind of bugged me. Somebody on Twitter was just being a bit of a jerk to some other people and went as far as to basically just try to put them down, and that's not cool. I don't like to squabble. I don't like to cause little bits of drama, but I also don't like to see nice people who are sitting here trying to have good conversations and talk about cool things get made to feel like they're not as valuable as a player as someone else just because they happen to think proxies are cool. But yeah, no, my name's Ben. Like I said, Ben's not here this week, but we do have 2 Quizcasts recording this week. I don't know if I'm getting them both out this week. They're recording this week, though. So you will see him again very shortly. Make sure to follow us at Sword_Ben and Ben. I think that's it. Follow us on Twitter. I'll have the link below just in case I can't remember it. I've been dealing with Twitch, and I think they're slightly different, and now I'm getting confused on which one's which. But you can follow us on Twitter at the link down below. You can also check us out on Twitch. I play a lot of games that aren't really Magic games. I try to incorporate Magic. Right now we're doing Skyrim with Liliana, where I try to do like a necromancer style thing. It's not working. I'm going to tell you right now. She is terrible. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and, leave a comment. Let me know, what do you think about this whole proxy thing? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you have them? Do you don't? But yeah, with that, I guess, count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye.